Love for boarding. Strangely, many Kenyan parents prefer boarding than day schools. Parents may be more concerned about their future benefits through children's career success than peaceful and healthy future relationships. Natural schools. In many mixed schools, boys and girls display more responsible and healthy natural behaviors in the presence of the other gender than those in boarding. Society is aware of boarding school cases of unnatural sexual habits and behaviors. Some are hardly discussed loudly when discovered, while others are simply assumed. Surprised parents. Separating boys and girls in boarding schools is only a quick fix temporary solution. More heartbreaking scenarios readily emerge in future relationships when these upcoming future adults are alone. To redeem natural morals in society as nature dictated, strict culture of one-gender schools should be reconsidered and, if possible, abolished completely. Youth challenges can be addressed more professionally when children interact and socialize under the watchful eyes of caring mentors. Healthy exposure. In many mixed schools, many boys and girls excel in various fields to be noticed and recognized as potentially responsible future mates in society. Freedom and experiences. Growing and developing together. Adults' fear is that youth lack sound self-judgment to avoid negative influences if left to grow and develop together in mixed schools. Experiments. Without proper guidance, intimate relationships will expose them to sexually transmitted diseases and early pregnancy for girls. What affects them affects society at large. Experimental age. Despite societal efforts to contain diverse youth behavior, a good number still ignore advice and choose to experiment with almost everything they come across. Spending much learning time trying to change a minority of bad behaviored youth at the expense of better behaved majority can be wasteful. Global influence. Challenges linked to widespread information technology cuts across the globe. As long as scientific revolution continues, technology will still influence the way we live and interact. Children will always grow up with new technology. No one can stop a technological revolution whose time has come. Instead of trying to reverse it, we can dialogue to agree on its positive applications instead of waging war on it. Dialogue and not punishment as remedy. Children require support to enable them develop careers in field of their choice. Those with discipline challenges also deserve career in life. Modern children require more dialogue, guidance, and counseling when addressing issues affecting them. Boarders interact with many people during school holidays, relying on their common sense to avoid dangers. Few fail to report back because school rules and regulations didn't apply. We can hardly turn all children into angels. However, we count ourselves successful when majority heeds our advice to behave responsibly. Majority of children are ever keen when advised by adults who also take time to listen to their grievances and life challenges. Adults who condemn, ridicule, or abuse children without dignity hardly command respect from the children. When adults choose to correct youth behavior without dialogue, the latter may become defiant. Some may decide to continue with bad behavior in secrecy. Youth don't take adults who preach water but drink wine seriously. Instead, they view them as selfish partner players in their games. They may ignore pieces of advice from such adults. Conflicting advice. When I asked fourth-year secondary school youth whether it was right to engage in boy-girl relationships, 59% said no, while 41% said yes. Those who said yes believe it was very right. On talking to children about relationships, 58% of the girls were talked to severally and encouraged by fathers. 37% were discouraged, while 5% of fathers were never open about their advice. A reasonable number of youth in high schools engage in intimate relationship with members of the opposite sex, despite our advice. While many youths will wish to listen to responsible adults on issues to do with boy-girl relationships, many parents shy away from the topic. Events in the wider world expose children to many tempting experimentation. A change of tact would be very ideal in managing child development in modern times. Serious discipline issues in schools require involvement of parents or guardians of affected children. Parents of boarding children require adequate free time to visit and talk to their children frequently to reduce many school cases. NATURENETSCHOOL continues.